Family, it's your favorite queer radio personality, Anna DeShawn, with our queer news for today. Now, I want to make you a promise. We will continue to bring you the latest in queer news, culture, and politics, 7 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So, if you are digging our intersectional take on the daily, consider joining the QCrew. The QCrew is our monthly membership program we started to help grow the podcast. With your help, we can bring you more stories celebrating our lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and comrade communities. This month for the QCrew, we have an exclusive interview with our new producer, Day. Catch the video to learn all about them and to hear his 5 vocals, okay? He brings it. If you want to watch the exclusive interview, though, you got to join the QCrew. Now, you've shown your support by tuning into this episode. You can show your curiosity by clicking the link in the show notes to learn more about the QCrew. Now for the news. Representative Sharice Davids explains why Kansas, yes, Kansas, got the win when an abortion ballot failed. Senator Tammy Baldwin thinks she has the 10 Republicans needed to pass the same-sex marriage bill. And a gay couple, chased out of a park, rallied the community with a kiss-a-thon. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to higher frequencies. We do this frequently. Turn your radio station to E3 for that decency. Listen to great music and the latest movement. Safe listening for anyone that's tuned in. Who you waking up to? Anna DeShawn, QCrew and friends. It's that real talk. Online radio with the spins. You caught up in traffic, frustrated. Just check in with E3 to shift your vibrations and get elevated. That's queer radio done right. Choose to be yourself. That's the only way to live life, and that's how it's done here. Just know y'all tuned in to the greatest. Ain't no competition. We ain't worried about the other stations. Check.
Our leading story for today is out of Kansas. Roe v. Wade was devastating to so many of us, and we've seen what Republicans have been up to when they've had majority control over a legislative body. They've been passing anti-abortion bills left and right and far right, okay? Well, this leads us to Kansas. The Republicans and anti-abortion activists put a midterm primary ballot initiative on the ticket because they hoped that older and more conservative voters would carry it through, as midterm elections historically have low voter turnout, right? But you know what happened? Kansas said no. They said absolutely not to their rights being restricted, okay? The Supreme Court in Kansas has ruled that the state constitution guarantees the right to abortion in that state. Representative Sharice Davids of Kansas said a woman told her 2-year-old daughter she shouldn't have to grow up with fewer rights than her mother. Ain't that the truth? The voters in Kansas spoke loud and clear, and I love it, okay? We will not tolerate bans on abortion. I really hope this gives hope and energy to people who already feel defeated and let down by what happened with the Supreme Court. There is strength in numbers, family. We have the strength and the power if we just believe we can make a change. Go Kansas. Now, our next story is about the Respect for Marriage Act. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. This act would recognize interracial and same-sex marriages across state lines. This act was presented in response to the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Well, when we last talked, Democrats in the Senate weren't sure if they could get the 60 votes needed to pass this bill. It already passed in the House of Representatives, 267 to 157, okay? The House got it right. In the Senate, however, 10 Republicans still have to support the bill for it to pass. 5 have come out in favor of the bill, and at least 5 others have said they are leaning towards it, according to Senator Tammy Baldwin. Now, this won't hit the Senate floor until September, but this is major news. And just so we're clear, 71% of Americans and 55% of Republicans are in favor of this bill. It just seems that Congress is always behind, right? But let's just hope this bill passes in September. Now, family, for our last story, a whole new saying emerged for me, okay? Communities that rally together stay together. Now, let me explain what I mean. A shocking video emerged out of Bogotá, Colombia, showing an angry neighborhood mob chasing a gay couple for kissing in a park. Yes, a mob chased a gay couple for kissing in a park. The angry mob even had one frenzied, angry woman that wielded a broom handle, telling them if they don't leave, they will lynch them. Y'all, I'm for real, this happened. They even went as far as exaggerating that they were having sex in the presence of children. Like, what is wrong with people? Well, get this. The community wasn't having it, okay? Hundreds of supporters rallied for this couple. Even the mayor of Bogotá condemned the incident. But unfortunately, this isn't the first time something like this happened. Homophobia is real, okay? Now, in 2019, a mob chased a gay couple out of an upscale shopping mall for hugging and holding hands. Hugging and holding hands. But family, community came together, okay, and held a kiss-a-thon event. The turnout was huge, and supporters kissed, danced, played music, while rainbow flags filled the park. This is the type of rally I'm talking about. What an atmosphere. The signs read, "Kissing is not a crime. Kissing is a sign of affection." And we want to be able to kiss without being monitored. The pictures and the videos are so full of life, family. The community showed up and said, we don't all feel the same as that mob. Love whomever you love and show affection unapologetically. So even though there are these homophobic people out here in the world, family, I want y'all to remember this. There are more people that love you, that accept you, and that will fight with you. Know that, okay? And as always, we close out our podcast with a word of the day. Today's word is forgiveness. The word is so easy to say, but so challenging to actually practice. When people have wronged us, it's hard to let that go. There have been times when I just walked away from friendships without even a conversation. I'm just keeping it real. There have been times when I held on to that wrong for so long, I even forgot what I was mad about. And I still chose not to speak to that person again. I think about it often, like, was it worth it? Is that a healthy way to live? Absolutely not. I say all this to say that forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is freedom. Only things you give energy to can percolate in your world. So choose to give your energy to something and someone else. Let that burden go. Release that harm. Forgive and experience the freedom that gives you in your own life. Till tomorrow, family. Peace. If you enjoyed what you hear, rate and review us inside your favorite podcasting app. This podcast is a production of E3 Radio, your #1 queer radio station playing queer music and reporting on queer news in high rotation.